Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Admiral Pegasus, and on today's show we're going to be talking about, yes, you guessed it, it's the NSEA Protector. Now, I previously did do a video on this one, just outline the ship itself, because obviously I wasn't able to get it. I didn't spend $100 to actually buy the thing. But no, as you can see, now I do have her, and she's in my dock. So we're going to literally look at pretty much most of what was in the last video, because I'm going to take the last video down, so this video will replace it. So we're going to look at sourcing, the build costs, what you actually use this thing for, because it's quite a bit of a generic ship, to be honest, and a load of research that goes with it, and also its refinery. So hopefully we're going to get all that through as fast as possible, and in a way that you will understand, and it's going to be done in traditional Pegasus fashion, which means I'm going to show you. Yes, I'm not just going to tell you, I'm going to show you. But before we get into all that, if you'd like to smash the like button or subscribe to the channel, please do. At least then you'll know when I'm dropping new videos or going live. So, the NSEA Protector is the ship released in the Galaxy Quest Arc, which back in August. And it was a ship to bring in with... it was a ship they decided to bring in, which actually corresponded with the Mirror Universe cycle of things, as Mirror Universe has pretty much dominated the last 6 months of the game. Here in October, we're not getting far from the end of Symbiosis Part 2, so are we still going to get Mirror Universe going through into Christmas and New Year? I don't know, but we are approaching the end of that. So they brought it back in August for us to actually use in the Mirror Universe, but it does have a few applications outside the Mirror Universe. So what we're going to do is going to jump first of all into the build costs and everything. So I will just quickly kick off the bat, because I actually need this particular screen up to actually showcase this one. If you actually take up the utility on the far side there, you'll see that this has an impulse speed of 230. That is a relatively very quick ship at impulse. However, it does not steal the crown from the king of impulse speed. No. What's the king of impulse speed? I hear you shouting it. Sorry, get my hand in. That is the king of impulse speed, still currently at 240. Now, I do have some research that works towards it. There is no impulse boosting officers, as you can see by the fact this has got a mining crew on it, and obviously the Protector itself didn't have a mining crew on it. But I'm not going to be comparing it with this ship today for speed-wise, because we're not bothered about speed. We're bothered about what the main things it can do, which is mining and fighting. That's pretty much the main part of this game. So we're going to be comparing it with this bitch. Yes, it is a Nova, and if you actually take a look at the top, mine is a tier 5, and just to show you how I'm comparing it, it is a naked tier 5. It's only level 23, but the one thing is actual ability is aimed at the material, so we do not need to worry about that ability. The only ability we're going to be looking at on this thing is literally right down here, is the mining bonus, and also the impulse speed, which you can see is 195, so it's only 35 less than the Protector itself, but that still makes a bit of a difference. So let's jump into into the shipyard, where we can actually look at this ship's build details in a bit more detail. So it is an Explorer, so just to throw that out there, where are you? It's right next to the jellyfish. It's classified as a G4 Epic. It requires 200 blueprints to actually build, and it comes with a number of abilities. So the first one is going to be the Omega device, which basically it gives you some hold back at the end of the fight when you're dead. It works a little bit like Vermet. But Vermet and this ship's ability do not work in tandem. So do not try using them, because it won't work. It won't give you the extra hull health. But as you can see, the amount of hull the target survives the battle with can be improved with research. So there is a certain amount, there is a certain percentage it will give back. It can do it for either itself or pretty much any ship that you target. We will look at that a little bit later on. There is also this one here, the field repairs. I've yet to find out where the button for that is. So if you do know where it is, please put it in the comment section down below, because I can't seem to find it. I've got a funny feeling it's a favour somewhere. But I actually thought it was a research, but it's not a support. Obviously, as we know with the field repairs, when this ability is activated, it'll repair 25% of the hull health when the ship's not docked. So every time you get in a fight, it'll just repair your hull by 25% of what you actually lost. Now, those two abilities, great in themselves, but they're not the main feature of this game. Feature of this ship, sorry. This is it. The first one is the Quantum Flux, which is increasing damage against the Mirror Universal hostiles by 5,000%. Now, this is raw. This is tier 1, level 1. Now, none of this, I will just throw it back here, does not increase with level. It doesn't increase with level. It increases with your tier. So, Trillium Chompers, increasing mining rate of raw Trillium by 540,000%. Now, when this was released, this was not how it was. It was a bit smaller, but Scopely made some changes which vastly improved it and made it a real good miner. And to be perfectly honest, I'm going to throw this in now. You're going to see it later on in the video anyway. That's pretty much what you need it for. There's only one reason to grind with this ship, and we will cover that in today's video. Obviously, the special here is the fact it is immune to a hazard, which is the first hazard that G4 players can actually participate with, which is the magnetic minefield hazard. This is not located in G6, just to throw it out there, it's not located in G6, because if we actually look at the details with this, and we go down to, as you can see here in the defense, you've got all these different resistance from the base hazard, ion storm, asteroid, radiation, and nameless resistance. And then, of course, for this ship, it throws in magnetic minefield resistance, 5,000. That's a big important thing, because that's how much resistance you're going to need. And basically what this resistance basically does, it negates anything that hazard can do. So if I went into a hazard system where for example, with this thing, the minefield is a 5,000, but I only had 2,000, I would take damage. With the 5,000 in place, I take 0 damage from the minefield. So, absolutely. Now, another good thing about this one as well, it is right here, attention to detail is actually putting the name and the registration number, which is not the Enterprise 3120, but is also this little bit here is the scratch. Now, you probably saw that on the previous screen, where it's a little bit more prominent because it covers the actual registration number. I do like the detailing that they've done on this ship. It is very nice. And then obviously you got the emergency flight pod right here, which crashed into the planet. There's its name and registration number boldly. So it is nice detailing, and to be honest, it is a nice ship. Now, what's it going to cost you to upgrade this thing? Yes, that is a full 15 tiers. As you can see near the top, it is a 15 tier ship. There is flux engines that you are going to need at tiers 6, 12 and 14. But it is going to cost you a hell of a lot. It's going to cost you both standard resources and materials for G4 and G5, and it's also going to cost you the Sigma resources and G6 materials as well, and parts. So watch out for this one, because it is an explorer as well. It will be predominantly gas, with ore making up the secondary, so make sure you've got enough. So as you can see there, just for the standard, it's 194 trillion titanium, and I believe that's 201 billion. Now, obviously, the screen I'm actually reading off for this is actually quite small, so it's a little bit difficult for me to read it, but that's massive for you guys to see. That's the important thing. As long as you can read that, you can see what it says there. There are also the beryllium spears, as you can see here, at 27 million. You are going to need them. Luckily, you get a decent amount of it every day, but we'll look at that in the refinery. But to be perfectly honest, it is still going to take you a very, very long time to actually upgrade this thing. I can tell you now, I've been sat on this ship for 2 weeks now, just over 2 weeks, sorry, and I only have enough beryllium to take it to tier 3.5 maybe, but we will do that later on in the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back into the other area. Let's get rid of the that for you and look at where I am with the Protector itself. Now, as you can see, I've got an Armada crew started here, but this is what I've got. And now I want to show you this particularly because this little bit is really important on this video. This is a tier 2. The only thing I've got is the engines and the titanium. I have not got the mining laser. I've not got it. But as you can see here, it's going to take beryllium. But I do have enough to upgrade to tier 2. And now I want this at this specific level because, like I said, I'm going to compare this with the Newton. So now another good thing about this ship as well, not only is it the impulse speed and its warp range, and I really would recommend, if you are going to mine this, mine Trillium A and Trillium D, you will need this at tier 2 with the engine. You really do need it because of the warp ranges. Hopefully I've got a ship with less warp range, I can actually show you what I mean. But this has now got a warp range of 186 at tier 2. Bearing in mind, I do have additional resources. I'm ops 52. I've just put 53 in the oven. So if you are G4, you might not... early G4, like level 40 or 41, you won't have the boosted warp range from like enhanced warp cores you need when you've done that mission Angels in Disguise at 42. So, and then obviously warp speed 126. It does make it a relatively fast ship. And if we show you the Newton here that I've got in dock, warp speed 75. Yeah, so, but yeah, at the minute obviously my Newton does outpace this thing. But obviously once I've upgraded the why I've just done that, I don't know. Once I've upgraded, actually I do know why. Once I've upgraded the Protector itself, I'm sure its impulse speed will grow with. Now, I'm going to take the Protector off this dock because I don't want it on this dock anymore. I'm actually going to put it on the dock that I want, which is going to be this particular one, because it goes without saying, when you are mining, as I did in the videos for Trillium A, when mine or grind, and I also did the same for the Trillium D, it's a case of which one do you want? Do you want a mining crew or do you want a speed crew? Answer, speed crew. When you are mining, speed crew. This is the best speed crew that there is. Now, there is a below deck officer that can do speed crews. Have we got impulse speed? Yes, we have. And so there is a below deck officer. Why is Hugh in here? I didn't think Hugh was an impulse speed. Fleet Collective. Oh yeah, so he goes on the bridge. Really don't, because like you've got Una here with an increase of 20, Riker increasing it by 50%, and also you've got Kern here at 35%, so that 9% is absolutely nothing. And I know why for a fact it's not there, because I don't have the below deck officer unlocked yet. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly jump in there and it should bring it up here. Here he is, Zane. Now if you can get this officer available, then absolutely he's going to increase it by 20 and up to 60 at rank 5. So Zane will be another great officer to make sure that you have available for the Protector below deck. Now at the time of recording, obviously he's available in the event store. If we quickly jump over to the event store and click into the officers here. So as you can see, Zane here, he's going to be my target to actually just unlock. So now obviously at the time of recording, we've got the event store going on for another 5 days, 20 hours as it says. But beyond that, at the minute, I'm not quite sure how he's going to be sourced. So, but do keep an eye out for that. It will come round available. Now, sourcing the Protector itself can only be done via the invasion. So what you're basically going to have in this is, if you click on the events, and I got that as well to do, click on Saris Invasion Fleet, what you need to be doing is you need to be completing this SMS right here. So yes, you get around about 11,000 Syndicate XP. Well, that's for me at 52. But you go out and kill some Freight 2 crays and get this completed. And what you're going to need is, you're going to need the scraps now, and the scraps to actually go into the event store with, because you need to go into the event store to do this, to gain this particular chest. As you can see, I need 6 million of these things. I've got a nice 34 million in there. This is what you're going to get from the hostiles. We will show you the hostiles in just a moment, because what you're primarily after is these blue accelerator particles. Most notably, you're probably going to get 50. So if you can get at least 2 of these in the run, get yourself the opportunity to get that, because you will guarantee to pull one of them, whether it's the 50 or it's the so as you can see, each pull guarantees one reward of each of the following categories, and blue particle accelerators are there. So you will get one of them, whether it's the 50 or the 100. So let's just see what my RNG is going to be like. I say 50. Yep, there we go. We got 50, and I got a nice 7,000 Syndicate XP as well. So obviously you got all these extra ones as well, should you actually want. And then what you'll do is right, so we've got to go back to the events. I will show you the craze in a minute. I do promise I will do that. But to get the patches that you need, you are going to need to go and destroy one of these, which is going to give you these eye patches. So as you can see here, I've still got to go out and do this. But so you've got what, let's add that on there, 4,000, 10,000, 12,500, so 25,000 patches there. Brilliant, that's good. But you've only got 2 days to get this one. This is in day 2. The SMS is in day 1. But another good sourcing is if your server actually does it, is actually going through this, you'll get another 25,000 of the eye patches, and of course you're going to get some more Syndicate XP and some officer shards. But that would be a good one if you can actually do it. Now, where are the targets that you're going to be going after? Well, for day 1, you want to be going after any area. Let's get this up. So far it's running on a Tuesday once every 2 weeks, so, and it runs for 3 days. That's what I'm finding so far. But as you see, you've got these, which you'll see on normally on Swarm Sunday for the Anomalous Phenomenon event. So you'll have these. My best advice is punch as high as you bloody well can. Punch as high as well as you bloody well can. And seriously, to God, really, do not worry in the slightest about your cargo hold. If you are punching as high as you possibly can, while making sure you can kill enough, I guarantee you, this 60 here that I'm going to hit, that's 8 levels above where I'm supposed to hit. Nice kill there, still in battle apparently. But look what it's done to my cargo bay. Hang on, I need to move myself out of the way. Look what it's done to my cargo bay. 372,000 out of 475. Yes, there are people who come in with things like the Vidar and everything. But what you're primarily looking for, if we just bring that down, and I'll bring up the battle logs. So you get the chest, because it's the chest you want. The cargo is extra. Just consider the cargo extra. You want to be coming in and getting this chest. Look how much you can get. 372,000 in the cargo. 1.4 million from this target. Now, yes, you can come in with a max loot crew if you want and really go out. But trust me, you're going to fill your cargo bay very, very fast. Stick to a standard PvE crew. Whatever you feel like. I'm using this one. And go after them. Now I'm going to show you the massive difference and why I say punch as high as you can possibly go. Bearing in mind that it doesn't matter what class you go after, they've all got the same loot. And then I'm going to call up the battle log for this one again. So here you go. Easy win for me. What's the loot I actually gained off this one? Not an awful lot. Significantly less loot in the cargo hold. Massive difference. This is why I say punch as high as you can. But the reward, 162,000. Now, to be honest, if I was only punching the 59s, that won't be particularly too bad. But to get 6 million, yeah, I'm going to need to kill around about 40 to 50 hostiles. I was once killing the 54s. I was having to kill about 70 just to do 6 million. So for me, knowing full well that I can actually kill that level 60 without a problem, as you can see, there it is. Here it is. I barely took any damage on the hull, and that's against triangle as well. That's against it. So punch as high as you can possibly go. Work out your PV. If you've got to do a few runs, you can then take the few runs to do it. But punch them, get the loot, and my honest opinion, get enough of those chests to make sure you can do the full 3 days worth of pulls. Yeah? Make sure you can do the full 3 days worth of pulls. Because then that will get you the stuff that you're actually going to need. Now, where do you go for day 2 and 3? Bear in mind, you only need to do this once. Well, to be perfectly frank, come on, where are you? There you are. Right here, just near System J25, is the image of the hostile. And basically what you got to do is you go in here with anything as high as you can possibly go. As you can see, I can't reach the 56 yet. But as well, look, it's telling me that there's a hazard in this system. Oh, guess what? It's magnetic minefields. So now this is not particularly too bad. Only 100. Yes, my ship is going to take damage, but never mind. So I stick with the 52s. I'll go in here, run one of these, and kill it, and I will get loot. And I will also complete that SMS. So, oh, hello. So if we jump back into the invasion, so going into that area, we'll complete this SMS, and you'll be able to get those eye patches. Now I know, I'm sorry, I'm boring you with that bit. I'm trying to go through the loop so you can understand where you need to, what you need to do. So next up, go to the event store. This is now going into the sources. So you go into the invasion store and scroll across to the blueprints. The blueprints are cheap as chips at 1250. I'll put up on the screen the actual cost you'll get, because you can only pull 12 blueprints every 22 hours. Okay, 12 blueprints every 22 hours. Now if you get this right, you can actually pull in total 48 blueprints in the 3-day run. You do it straight at the start and you follow the clock. You will be able to get 48 blueprints. It's only 22. How many runs of this do you need? 5. 5 runs. It's 250,000 in total to actually build it. And as you can see, I've still got 38,000 left. I've got the ship. I don't need to do this again unless I really want to build a second one. Now, building a second one, is it ideal? To be perfectly honest, I'm not above saying yes. I'm not above saying yes. But it's got to be your personal choice. My personal choice is no, it's going to be too expensive for me to upgrade with the beryllium spears. So it's entirely up to you. But when you do get to 12 blueprints, it will time out and tell you you've got to wait 22 hours before you get some more. So that is the sourcing. So let's get on to the best bit, using the protector itself. So now, to be perfectly honest, right, I was originally using the Nova to go out and mine Trillium. Not anymore. It's now down to the protector itself. And obviously what I normally do with the protector is I make sure that I don't know why I clicked on that. Go back. So go to the protector. I make sure I get this boost, and this boost is obviously from Kern with his 35% increase to impulse speed. and then once I've done that, I'd take it into the mirror universe. Now, the way once you've got the ship, you will gain access to certain things in the refinery, which is going to make using premium riffs a hell of a lot easier to use. You will be able to use them quite frequently. I can use one rift per day. One rift per day. So obviously I would go into here, then I would jump through, which would then take me onto this premium system here. Then I would go up here to Alterar, then Arcanus, and then I would end up here. Why would I go here? Because this is where I mine my Trillium A. Now, I'm not going to send the ships in, but I will be able to actually show you the mining rates, and you can get a general idea of how much you can actually do. So, mining with the Nova then is just under 370,000 per hour. So I can get around about 150,000 in a 27-minute run. Because of my District 56, I have an extra 50% added on, so I get half an hour in the mirror universe. Obviously, take off your travel time. By the time I get here, it's 27 minutes. When I get to Trillium D, it's about a minute less. But anyway, 370,000 per hour. But if I go for this one, as you can see, I'm a hell of a lot higher. I'm over 300,000 higher. I can walk away with around about 260 to 300,000 in a single run off this. I mean, what I'll do is I'll run both outside the video, and I'll put the screenshots up with one with Nova and one with Protector, just so you can see the load. And obviously I'll add the timing of how much time they actually had to mine. So they are going to be your best friend. Sorry, why I just went there, I do not know. But the Protector is a hell of a miner. Now, if we actually just quickly jump in, because I forgot to bring this little point up. That's mine at tier 2. That is mine at tier 2. So I can do 10,000% increased damage to mirror universal hostiles, and I can do 560,000 percent increase in mining. So this thing is going to really mine for me. Now, there is a reason why I'm going to do this next bit, because I will be sending it in. Because obviously there's another area you need to go to, and that's this area. This is the only area where all your ships will not survive. We showed that in the last video, in the other video. The Nova barely got through Mirror Rigel. It only got halfway through between two nodes, and it was destroyed because of the magnetic minefield in here. So let's just get that repaired while we wait for the Tribune to come home, because I need the crew from the Tribune. At least I need some of them. But we go into here, and as you saw on the screen there, it's got the magnetic minefield at 5,000%. Come on, load up. So here we go. It's loaded up here, and obviously it tells you down at the bottom here, 5,000%. That's what it is. But you'll be coming in here, and I would recommend not hitting as high in this system. So as much as with the Freight 2 crate, I was saying smack as high as you can possibly do. This one, no. But it is a bloody grind. It is a bloody grind, because you're going after these things. I'm going to try and make sure I don't get in the way of this level 41 grinding. You're going to be going after these ships with the Omega symbol, because of the loot that they carry, which is this, the new raw Omega Trillium. This is what you are going to need for the refinery. But again, there is a caveat with this one. Yes, fine, go grind it out. Grind it out as much as you can. But ultimately, it's not the cargo you're aiming for. By all means, make sure you do not get destroyed. Make sure you do not get destroyed, because that is going to be a bonus. It's going to be the loot chest that you're actually going to want. Build them all up, and it will build up the loot. I can literally do a single run on this in the 40s. I don't like doing it because it's literally 28 minutes of just grind and grind and grind. It's so monotonous. It's so boring. But I get the loot. I get the chest. The ship gives me the bonus. Means that I don't have to do a second run. So, but luckily, by the time the time is completed with my ship, I'm not destroyed. My cargo bay is not full, but I'm still got enough. Now, let's get this repaired, because I am going to send the Protector in, because I do want to show you these particular chests. Okay, so this is the loadout I'm going to use. It's the max loot crew, but obviously because the Protector for me is only level 10, I've only got the 2 slots available. If I got to level 20, I'd have the 3rd slot, and in there, I guarantee you, doesn't matter what, I would be having Nurse Chapel. Now, as you can see, she's behind me, and stupid me. Oh, hello. Alright, there we go. So, now, as you can see below me, obviously she is on Ship A, because I've not confirmed this yet. But I want to explain why I've not put her on, because obviously below deck she's got the isolytic damage. Now, for me, at the minute, it comes down to 2 things. Increased loot, that is the Doctor, so giving me 20% there. 60% increase to critical chance by 25% for 2 rounds. Hue is far more important to me on my ship than having the isolytic damage, because it gives me that great chance of hitting critical damage. Yes, having the isolytic damage would mean significantly more damage. It would, no questions. But right now, in the early stages of the Protector, it's not vital for me, especially hitting those level 40s. But having Hugh there will allow me to survive a bit longer and actually survive. So I'll get this confirmed, and then we're going to get out to Mirror Universe with the actual crew. Now, obviously, I've gone for max loot because there is no other way of me being able to gain the loot, because I can't send the Newton in. No point. If I can't send the Newton in to actually gain what I need, I might as well get as much loot as I can possibly can for as quick as I can. Okay, so anyone who was eagle-eyed there, you'd probably notice that I actually sent the Newton in. So, but actually, this will be a good it'll be a good thing to show, actually, right here, why it's absolutely complete and utter waste of time me sending the Newton anywhere into this part of the Mirror Universe. So we're going to jump into Mirror Axonat and then go through the rift into the other section of the Mirror Universe. Okay, so I had a little bit of a hiccup there, and with a couple of things actually. Now, I'm expecting one thing to happen, obviously with this new quick jump system where you can just select it and say, yes, I'll go through the rift when I get there. I'm also encountering the problem of the fact it's not jumping the ship. It's not actually doing anything. As you can see, it's not jumping. I have asked it to jump the rift automatically. What a complete and utter waste of time that feature is when it doesn't actually work. So now I'm going to click over to Nausicaa and send the Newton in, and we're going to send the Protector in. See if it actually comes up here, because this feature really does annoy me, the fact it doesn't work properly. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, look at that, I must be within the rift to use it. Guess what? The Newton was in the rift. It was in the bloody rift. Are we going to get the same with the Protector? Yes, the Protector's doing the exact same bloody thing. They're both in the rift and it's not fucking going through. Pardon the French. So now I've got to waste valuable seconds jumping the damn thing through. So now, as you can see quickly at the bottom as well, the Protector's bar has gone green to say that it is in the mine zone. So jump the Newton in. Let's get over quickly. Now the Newton, I'm not even going to bother attacking. As you can see already, it's lost 50% of its hull, and that's just on the first one. It's now a ghost ship apparently, and boom, she's gone. So this is why I'm not sending the Newton in. Now, obviously I'm going to target anyone that I can. So you're going to be able to see the loot. Obviously, you saw earlier it takes 12 loot, but with the max loot crew, I'm going to go up to 84. But it's not the loot in cargo I'm interested in. It's literally the mega chest. So here it comes. How much are we getting? I'm getting 100. That is far more important to me than the cargo. Yes, the cargo is going to help. So, and obviously, barely took any damage. Now, there is one other thing as well that you can go hunting for, which I have found that is not in one of these lower systems. I do need to go to a higher system. Now, if you do know where it is in the lower systems, by all means, please drop it in the comment section down below. And that is the goblin, because the goblin is actually going to take us round nicely into the research. Okay, so we're here in Eurydia, and here's the goblin. This is the only place I've managed to find it so far. I've not explored the rest, but it is the ISS Enterprise. I mean, look at all that as well. You wouldn't think you stood a chance against that one, but obviously Asia cargo is raw Trellium D, so you don't really need to mine it. Now, as far as I'm aware, these things do proc very frequently, and you can catch them. I think the respawn rate is every 6 minutes after destruction. I'm not 100% sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. But as you can see there, I lost, and I lost very, very badly. Now, before you start commenting, well, there's a piece of research that can help with that. Yes, we're going to get onto that. So as you can see, I barely did any damage to that one. And obviously, because I destroyed, I lost all my cargo. Yay! So Picard there got a little bit of loot out of me. So, like I said, it's going to cycle us through nicely into the research. So let's get this one completed. Stuff it, just use up a little bit of extra latinum. I don't care. Come on. And then we jump into it. So we jump into the mirror universe. Everything to do with the Protector is front loaded. Now, you've got this quantum flux drive here, which increases your base warp range. Yes, absolutely. Once you've got the loot, obviously it's going to be here. Do get that. You'll get this loot out of the refinery. Again, we will touch on the refinery just shortly. Everything in here is going to cost this epic mirror dust. So just bear that in mind. And obviously what I'm going to is look at these 12 seconds. It's nice and quick. So nice drop there. So that's that one. And then I want this. Yes, because this is 120,000 boost. And as you can see, it says when using the Protector. So we're going to get that one quickly in. And obviously I can take it higher. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave it there. And I'm going to go after another one of those ships. So I want to be able to show you what kind of stuff you've got, really. But I'll tell you what, while he's doing some repairs, let's go into the refinery and show you what you've got. Now, I would recommend that you claim this all the time. So that Omega Trellium that you're going to bring it here. As you can see, I've got 12,500 at cost of 3,500. It is very nice. Like I say, I only need enough to do a week, and I can pull enough to do a week. So realistically, I only need about what, 15,000 a week. That is it, 15,000 a week. So literally one run, and then I'm going to get around about 14,000 Omega Trellium a day. I can spend all that in one go. And then I'm going to get a choice of one of these two. Now, it's obviously 70% in favour of only the 30. I have got the 50 before. Oh, sorry, that's for tier 1. But again, it's going to go through all your tiers here as well for the Protector. So here, 95 Omega and 160 Omega as well. But a nice 50,000 liquid Trellium ore. So I'm going to claim that one. I am going to do these claims in front of you as well. You know me. I want to try and get as much as possible. Obviously, I'm going to claim this as well. As you can see, my district is between 45 and 49. So I'm going to get a nice chunk of raw trillium there. And these as well. So absolutely worth getting. But remember when I said about the premium rifts you'll be able to use once a day? This is another reason as well. This is another thing with the Protector. Look how much raw trillium I've got. If I did this a lot more often, I'd be getting loads. So, but especially when you do the Trillium D, I can't show you at the minute because obviously it's locked. But then I ignore these two for now and go straight into here. Because this is the Protector side of this refinery. So, we're going to jump into here first. 40 premium keys. And another entry. So, in total you can get a decent amount of entry keys. So, here's your chances, as you can see, for you've got a 5% chance of pulling extra premium rifts, or 10% chance of extra vouchers, which is these two here. So don't expect too much of them. I think I've got the... Oh! I got the extra vouchers! Nice! I'll take that. But I think I've got this once so far in 2 weeks. So, but there, that's given me another use of the premium rifts. So basically means I can get round faster. Getting an extra claim of this as well. So as you can see, it's a free claim, an extra 350. Yeah, I'll take it any day. Any day. Mirror dust is what you're going to need for your research. Now, it's going to start costing you, to be perfectly blunt, right? If you are not bothered in the slightest about any of this part here, from the refit right through to the particles, by all means, go for the full claim. Go for the full claim, because I guarantee you the other three you're going to pull. So I've just pulled that one on max pull. I'm going to pull this one on max pull. Get some extra mirror dust. Absolutely. Yes, I'll take it. And then the Brilliant Spears. Oh, there's only a single chest of that. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Boom. Oh, I've just used up all 14,000. Not a problem. Now, yes, if you want to go after the particles or the refit, you can do. It's not particularly expensive. 2,800. So, literally... I mean, the two chests and the other ones is exactly twice that price. So you could stick to the single chest in... I literally just done them and I forgot the names. You can literally do a single pull here, single pull here. Obviously, that's a single pull. So that's going to give you the option to do a pull on these. My personal preference at the minute would be the away team's particle. There's a couple of researches in there that I want to get done, and then I'd start moving through these. The repair prime, yes, would be nice as well to increase that repair efficiency, but ultimately not exactly ones I'm going to go hand over fist for. Now I'm just going to quickly pull these, so I'll edit these out as once done. You know what, I decided not to edit them out because what I want to show you is the amount of Trillium D that I'm actually getting, so I can actually do pulls. So it's like Forbidden Tech. You're working on your Forbidden Tech. Absolutely, look at that, 14,000, 15,000 proto matter. Absolutely godsend. So the Protector is extremely... It's worth it in its value. Literally, it's worth it in its value. Now, obviously, because I don't have enough Trillium, I can't do any more. Now, I could upgrade the Protector itself and actually use it, but I'm not going to. So, let's get this repaired, and I'm going to send this back in. So, I'll see you back in Mirror Uridia. Okay, so here we are back in Mirror Uridia. Now, there's a couple of pointers that I just literally thought of while I was travelling. Is yes, there are mining nodes in this part of the Mirror universe. Forget them. Stick to Yadlo or those triangle areas of the original Mirror universe, because they are faster. If we just take a quick look at this, I mean, this is Trillium D. As you can see, 100,000 to actually mine that. But yet, if we actually jumped over to the triangle version of the Mirror vendor where I normally go and look at one of those mining nodes, what you'll find is mining with this is a lot faster here in this system than it is in those. Obviously, as you can see here, it's like over 2.5 times faster. 2.5 times faster. So stick to the original triangle systems when it comes to mining. Now, obviously, as you saw at when we come back in, obviously I had the Mirror Universe, the Enterprise set up. So let's go after it and see what this 120,000% boost to damage from the Protector can actually do. Are we going to destroy it? Are we going to be destroyed? Do not comment. Let's see what actually happens. Here we go. And I've won. The thing came across the top, so I won, and I've taken about 20% hull damage. 20% hull damage. So imagine how much less damage I'm going to take if I actually boost it all up. And of course, I got that raw Trillium D. Now it says no chest found, but apparently these things do come with a chest. And it's the reason why these are goblins. And it says here, obviously, I did get a chest. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go up here. Look, I'd already cleared this. So I know for a fact that the only chest here is from the Enterprise E. What we getting? Oh! Look at that! 400 trillion... Oh my god, that is beautiful. That is beautiful, guys. I will take that, yes. So, that really makes going after these things absolutely worth it. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to put him on a node and he can bloody mine now for the remainder of the time. I'm not going to grind anything out. I mean, I'll tell you what, right. Let's actually take on one of these and see what we get. So, it's got 30 ore. That's absolutely fine. So, let's go after it. And then we'll look at the battle log, because obviously I beat it. See how much damage I took. Okay, I took really not as much damage as I was expecting. So, that's good. Walked away with 210, and it says no chest found. Okay. But I got a chest. Gotta love that bit, haven't you? You've gotta love all these bugs. But anyway, so let's have a quick look about what this 48's giving us. Is this going to be worth it? 210 there. So 250, that's 40 more than what I actually got off the ship. So could that actually mean I actually get through a bit faster? Yeah. Coupled with getting that goblin as well when it turns around? Absolutely. But there you go. That's the Protector. Beautiful ship. Beautiful rewards. And yeah, I will just quickly go over the rest of the research because I just realised I didn't actually cover the rest of the research. But anyway, so you got, yeah. Efficiency for the rift keys. I will get my words out right. So yeah, okay, that's fine. But obviously you're going to need that one to move forward. And then this one grants a mission which will gain you access between Nausicaa and Romy, which is okay. Increasing your efficiency of the Omega 13 device, which we have not covered yet. We need to go cover it. So I need to get out and show you that. So just bear me 2 minutes. We'll go through the research and then we'll get on to the boost. But there's other things here like Protector, mirror loot, so increasing the amount of loot, which will be absolutely nice for that raw Omega Trillium. Efficiencies for the Artifact Gallery, District 6 and the Wardroom. Apex Barrier, which means basically you go after more hostiles. Well, to be honest, if you can actually kill the hostiles and you still got hull left at the end of the timer, that's not a biggie, but you will still need to do it to do these. Critical damage reduction, faction warfare, isolated damage, isolated defense, invading entity weak points, which actually I'm going to quickly show you one of them. Efficiency research in materials and resource, scrapping speed, energy weapon damage, kinetic weapon damage, resistance cannon barriers. What the hell? Increasing the number of shots from the Protector. Okay, so that's a good one. But again, you're going to need Protector 13 for that one. So yeah, some of these obviously you won't get till you're quite far up anyway. So and then you got Advanced Warfare here, but Tier 2 Protector. to actually do it. It increases all damage for all ships, which is nice. But yeah, so that is all the research. It's okay. I mean, I would say predominantly stick with doing this one. I mean, I'll go for another round on it. Yeah, because now I need Protector 7, so I can't go any further on that one. But yeah, so I'll be doing a little bit more of that a little bit later on. So now let's show you the entity and oh crikey, I don't think my Tribune's going to survive the fight, but it doesn't matter because I should have mentioned this one earlier in the video. Obviously these are the things you're going to go out for days 2 and 3. This is what you're going to be loved, but this is what you want, is the survival chest. Whether you beat this thing or not, if you will get a survival chest. So as you can see, it's only a 30-second timer. Come on, get in. I'm not expecting to actually survive or beat this thing, but like I say, it's a survival chest that you want, and I will show you why the survival chest is important. So here we go. How much damage are we actually going to do? But anyway, it's the only one I can do. Yep, I only did about 25% damage to it. So, as you can see, I got a partial there, but that's neither here nor there. So basically, going into the events, please. Into this, you'll see that obviously I've got no points for beating, because what you need is you need the salvage off it. So this is why you need the survival chest. If we just get out fast enough, we'll click on there and we'll do it this way. Survival chest, and it's going to give me 15,000 of the salvage. So go back into the events and boom, got all the eye patches. So that's 25,000 eye patches, which now means, and just to show you that I'm not lying, boom, there it is, not a problem. The IMS is doing really well. And go to the event store, and then I'm going to have more in there, more than enough blueprints to actually get the Protector. Now, what do you want after the Protector? Once you've got the Protector, well, to be perfectly honest, you could work on not these, not them. You could work on Gwen Domerico there if you really wanted to, but to be perfectly honest, right, 10,000 just for a single shard. I can get 6 shards. It's going to take you a long time to actually unlock her. Yes, granted, if the IMS is completed, you get an extra 2 shards a week. But I would probably say go after this, because then obviously what it will do is you can use it to boost your hull on your ships with the faction favors. So if we just quickly go show you that one. So I'm going to want, is it this one I went for last time? No, it wasn't that one. It must have been the Tribune, because obviously the Tribune is going to be, yeah, here it is. So as you can see, 2,000 to actually do it. I'm going to click on that, and then that's going to give me a level 2, which if it does, it's giving me a 250% increase in base hull health. There are 15 levels, so it is going to cost you quite a bit to actually do it, but that's absolutely fine. So there we go. So that is the NSEA Protector and its loop. So as you can see, a very valuable ship indeed. Yes, it's expensive to upgrade, no questions about it, but absolutely, I would definitely say do it. That Goblin was an absolute, oh, that was beautiful. I would not normally jump for joy on something like this, because it's not resources, it's not materials, but the one thing is other things that can help you on your way. So there are other things in that refinery that can really help you with it. It really does actually make this loop a lot more bearable. But like I say, the biggest problem I have so far is that grind just to get the Omega Trillium. But if you can grin and bear that, if you could just grin and bear that, you'll be absolutely fine. But anyway, that's it from me today. I better put my script out the way. because I don't need that anymore. Whee! Bye. But anyway, I'm Admiral Pegasus. Thank you for joining me. If you do wish to donate to the channel, obviously you've got PayPal, Cash App up there. The links are in the description of this stream. Memberships are available on the channel as well. As you know for a fact, me, I don't normally post these, but I do on a rare occasion, so I thought I will today. But anyway, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to share it out as well. Until then, I'm Admiral Pegasus. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye.